Opening scene, a dramatic recreation or real footage of a plane caught in a storm, lightning flashing through dark clouds. Narrator, VO, imagine you're thousands of feet in the air. The sky turns black, turbulence shakes the plane violently, and suddenly, a blinding flash of lightning strikes. Within seconds, you're free falling, strapped to your seat, plummeting toward a dense rainforest. No rescue crew knows where you are. No help is coming. Now, what do you do? This isn't a movie plot. It's the real-life survival story of Juliane Koepcke, the lone survivor of LANSA Flight 508, a plane that was obliterated in mid-air by a lightning strike. And her story is nothing short of miraculous. Cut to archival footage of a 1970s plane, passengers boarding, and then an animation of its flight path. LANSA Flight 508, the flight that vanished. Narrator, VO. It was Christmas Eve, 1971. 17-year-old Juliane Koepcke and her mother, Maria, boarded LANSA Flight 508 in Lima, Peru, heading toward Pucallpa to visit her father. It was supposed to be a short, routine flight. But then, disaster struck. At 21,000 feet, the plane entered a violent thunderstorm over the Amazon rainforest. Passengers watched in horror as lightning bolts illuminated the cabin. And then, boom, a direct hit. The plane's right wing exploded. The aircraft disintegrated mid-air. Cut to a slow-motion reenactment of Juliane strapped to her seat, spiraling through the air. Juliane, still belted to her seat, was ejected from the aircraft. She fell 2 miles, yes, 10,000 feet, straight down into the rainforest. Cut to close-up of thick jungle canopy, soft focus as if from her perspective. The fall, and the miracle. Narrator, VO. Somehow, against all odds, she survived. Scientists believe the dense rainforest canopy cushioned her fall, breaking her descent like a net. But Juliane didn't land unscathed. She had a broken collarbone, deep gashes, and a swollen eye. And worst of all, she was completely alone. Survival in the Amazon, a test of will. Narrator, VO. Now, imagine this. You're a teenager, injured, stranded in one of the most dangerous places on Earth, home to jaguars, venomous snakes, and relentless insects. But Juliane had something most wouldn't: knowledge. Raised by German zoologists, she had grown up in the jungle. She remembered one crucial survival tip: follow the water. Small streams lead to rivers, and rivers often lead to people. Cut to Juliane wading through knee-high water, exhausted, swatting mosquitoes away. For 10 days, she trudged through the Amazon, surviving on rainwater and whatever edible plants she could find. Her wounds became infested with maggots, but she pressed on. The jungle was an endless maze of green, but she never lost hope. A desperate rescue. Narrator, VO. Then, on the 10th day, she spotted something: a small boat on the riverbank. Nearby, she found a shelter used by local lumber workers. She collapsed inside, exhausted, hoping someone would come. And they did. Cut to reenactment of Peruvian loggers discovering Juliane, their shocked expressions. The workers tended to her wounds and, the next day, took her down the river to safety. When she finally reached civilization, the world was stunned. She was the only survivor of LANSA Flight 508. The aftermath, a life marked by survival. Narrator, VO. Juliane's story became one of the most astonishing survival tales ever recorded. She went on to study biology, just like her parents, and even returned to the crash site years later. Her experience became the subject of documentaries and books, and in 2011, she published her memoir, When I Fell from the Sky. But here's the real question: how would you survive? Would you have the knowledge, the resilience, the sheer willpower to push through 10 days alone in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth? Juliane Koepcke did. And her story remains one of the greatest testaments to human endurance ever told. Cut to aerial shot of the Amazon rainforest, fading to black. Narrator, VO. Some stories are too incredible to be fiction. And Juliane's. It's one for the history books.